producer Kiryu. Well, I saved him.
Well, you're welcome.
All right.
Anytime. I'll punch any dish you need me to.
Got a magnetic line necklace.
Oi.
Oh, the true
Oh.
producer. Huh.
What the hell is going on?
The real producers are like, we don't like you, man.
Huh? Oi.
Who are you? I'm the producer here, and yeah, now we're gonna fight.
Oh my god. Menacing man. There better be a character called Long Man. Long man. Oh yeah. His kicks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit. Oh! Like using it like a sword.
Now this is a pretty giant stick.
Yeah, it was like
it's a smaller stick.
Ooh!
Yep.
I gotta lie, this game nearly makes me want to get in a fight.
Yeah. Apparently, if you go to Tokyo, they just happen all the time.
Yes. And you get money when you do it.
Yeah. Just somehow flies out of their skin.
So are you gonna be able to make your money back?
Yeah, I just have to
that
beat
big
up
Oh, okay.
big guy again. Oh, now it's
Say, 'cause...
the soothing music.
Ooh, yeah.
Challenge demands an incredible level of precision, experience, and skill. But passion. We must have a passion. Alright.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
It's time.
Ah.
Oh, jeez. I feel bad skipping it, but it's like,
Ooh,
we
look at
gotta...
these hot J-pop boys.
Yeah.
Why do you think K-pop became so much more popular than J-pop?
General marketing? And the
Okay.
fact that K-pop was basically able to encapsulate an entire country. Whereas J-pop, maybe not as much, you know?
Okay, fair enough. I
And
guess the
perhaps
thing
just,
there is just... I don't know, what's the biggest cultural thing in Japan?
dude, like, the culture itself is their biggest export, I'd say.
Yeah, that's true. Because
Like-
I heard that anime isn't as much of a thing like...
It's big, but it's definitely not close to their largest.
Like, the fandom is, like... is way more weeby in America than it even is in Japan, is what I've heard from people,
Right.
Japanese people I've spoken to.
But exactly, it's just their culture and language in general that for some reason is just making weebs wet, dude.
Okay.
Even to
Yeah,
the
I
point
guess
where,
so.
like, in Netflix, like, half of their originals feature some kind of Japanese thing.
Yeah.
Like, have you noticed that? Like, it's kind of,
Yeah,
like,
no, I
fetishy,
have.
dude.
It's... Yeah. I mean... But it's good.
Yeah. A little bit. Did I ever tell you about that time where I was watching some show, original Netflix show, and there's a Korean character in there, right? She's like speaking Korean, but she's in America, and like no one can
Okay.
understand her, and this is like a zombie apocalypse type thing, right?
Uh-huh.
And she's like saying stuff in Korean, and then like the subtitles, the subtitles read as like "hi," like saying yes in Japanese. And at some point, it was like in brackets speaking Japanese, and I'm like, oh my god, dude, this is just
Oh.
offensive. Like,
Like it was Korean and they said speaking Japanese.
Yes. Or speaking
But-
Korean and then translating it to hi, even though she didn't say that. Like, the word out of her mouth did not begin with an H or end with an I. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, like, these translators did a terrible job in having any kind of sense of
Wow.
international type stuff. You know what I mean?
It was just it was lazy. I mean, they just probably just had someone do it who wasn't qualified, I guess.
Right.
Wow.
I forget what the show is called, but it's about, like, I don't know, like a zombie breakout, and, like, pretty generic. I watched one episode and stopped.
Olivia just started interning for this production company,
Uh-huh.
and she so she has to like look at scripts and like watch stuff or whatever for her boss, and like she was watching or reading a script or something, but it was like about like a bunch of like established like Spanish characters, right? Or like not Spanish, Hispanic characters that are speaking Spanish. And then later in like the script, one of the characters just starts speaking just straight up Portuguese. It's just like just says a bunch of stuff in Portuguese. It just comes out of nowhere, even though it's a Spanish speaking character.
Uh-huh.
And like Olivia like is half Portuguese, so she like noticed it. And she told her boss, and she's like, they're like, oh god, yeah, this is very inconsistent.
What?
Like I don't know how like mistakes like that just kind of fly under the radar.
Right. This is Mr. Shakedown.
Just robbing him while he's asleep.
Well, I mean, I'm taking back my money, but, like, yeah, I couldn't sit here for 10 minutes getting all my money back, so I hope he would wake up.
Alright, Jay, come on.
I think his health remains... Oh, okay. Not all the way, but... Oh, ouch. Yeah.
Oh, you make money when you get hit. Like you hit them and lose money when you get hit.
I don't know about losing, but yeah, when you hit him,
Literally
you do.
punching the money out of the guy.
Yeah.
Also, he has like a really strange like baby face kind of.
A little bit.
I don't like him. I don't like his face.
Yeah, he's got one of those kinds of faces.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That
But yeah,
kind of face.
that guy was trying to become the strongest creature in the whole world. And I mean, fuck, he's well on his way. But,
So it's a typical anime character.
yeah, kind of misguided. I mean, that's a pretty lofty goal, but hey man, he's pretty fucking strong.
Men in black. Oh, wow! Just like a haymaker to the back of your neck.
Yeah.
How much was it yen?
Yep.
How much is yen worth in US dollars?
100 yen is a dollar.
Okay.
2 zeros.
So you actually are like a millionaire,
Yes.
like a 10 millionaire. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you, once you start getting into the real estate side quests, like, you just start making so much money that it is pretty absurd. You're not supposed to be this rich as a...
You could just retire. You can stay out of the Yakuza and just
Yeah, straight up.
live comfortably for the rest of your life.
Oh?
You know what the like one of the real crazy things is that like everyone talks about being a millionaire and everything and how like if I was just a millionaire I'd be fine, but like $1 million doesn't really get you that far anymore in this day and age.
Yeah. I mean, you'd be comfortable for a couple of years, you know, depending on how it is, but that's not... You can't retire on 1 million.
No, absolutely not. That's pretty sad. Soda. Soda.
Miss Tatsu, huh?
When is he gonna say, "Hey, bye"?
I just have to find him and talk to him, I think.
Oh.
Hey.
No.
We're about to see what makes our lady so incredible.
She's gonna kick this guy's ass.
Oh yeah. Just look at her.
Sugar tits. Oh my god.
Sugar moobs.
Oh. Okay.
No.
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 可愛がってあげる
Sugar tits. Jesus. Oh.
だらしない男だね
What?
Oh. Did she just like dislocate his arms?
That's rad. This is where you get beast style.
Oh. Oh my god.
Man, could you imagine if your instincts when you get into a fight are just to go like straight primal? You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
like lose all inhibition and just fucking
I feel like that's kind of how like. I mean, I don't know if sounds bad. Never mind.
what?
I feel like a lot of times when I've seen like women fight, that kind of happens.
Okay.
It's really scary. Like whenever I'd like girls would get in fights, and like when I was in high school, in the halls
Yeah.
and stuff, like it would be way like more brutal than when guys got in fights.
Yeah. Okay.
Like they would just start like spinning around,
Really?
swatting like hands and pulling on hair, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It's pretty. I don't know. Kind of reminds me of like the drunken style, drunken
Okay.
boxing, as well. The primal. Or like the Joker kind of fights with like a primal style, like unpredictable.
Right. But I'm talking like even like not traditional fighting. Like I'm saying like you know how fighting usually involves tossing your fists around and shit?
Yeah.
I'm saying like just not even like being so organized as to have thoughts of punching, just fucking like tackling to the ground and like biting and just like going like
yeah.
fucking
Just like
crazy.
fighting like a fucking monkey, like a,
Yeah.
a chimpanzee. Just
Yeah.
tear this person's face off and
Yeah.
bite
A
their
beast.
bite their jugular. Yeah. I feel like that's in humans. I feel like
Certainly. Somewhere.
someone
Just
fights
not-
like that.
It's just not innate, but it could be.
I feel like that's like a thing that happens in some like films and stuff, that
Yeah.
character just like kind of snaps and loses it and just turns total like bestial. Like that episode of Walking Dead where Rick just tears that guy's throat out with his teeth.
I have not seen that, but
It was the best thing that happened after season 2. And it didn't happen till it was like one of the much later seasons, yeah. It's kind of like he's like being detained, and like these guys are like have the upper hand on him, like, you know, Carl's getting fucked up, like seemingly nothing to do, and he just like starts sweating and snaps and just like pulls this guy's throat out of his neck with his teeth.
oh my god.
Yeah, it was fucking sweet.
Yeah, I definitely stopped watching after like season 2 or so, but huh. I know Carl
I'll
like
I'll find a
becomes
scene for you.
like a thing, right? Like Carl is like turns into this like a sociopath.
I think so. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I stopped watching. I tapped out pretty early as well.
Right.
That was the last
Also,
season I saw.
Just said you find like you're on bearoids or something.
What?
Anyway.
Bearoids.
Yeah. Like bear steroids.
Yeah, I love that guy. Holy shit.
But yeah, apparently Carl, he like gets an eye patch and like wears a hat and like kills
yeah,
people
yeah.
and stuff. Like,
Yeah, he becomes kind of like a killer, yeah.
yeah.
Oi.
Dude, in the comics, it's way worse. Like, there are like children that are Carl's age that are characters in the comics that just end up like killing animals, and then one kills the other kid and like starts laughing about it. It's some fucking fucked up shit. So much darker.
Yeah. I mean, hey man, I can see that totally happen in a zombie apocalypse where
Yeah.
reality is violence and no trust and all that kind of stuff. So.
Yeah. And like you're seeing people just absolutely obliterate these beings with no remorse that look just like you.
Yeah. And the fact that when you die, you come
like,
back like that.
When you're young, how do you make the distinction between a zombie and a human?
Right. Well, you call them a different thing, a zombie or a walker.
Right.
They're just
Right. But sometimes they
completely
look like
separated.
almost the same.
Yeah. And that thing could become one of your friends. Like, dude, it's just, how do you initially wrap your head around the fact that they're dead, but they're still, like, alive? You know what I mean? Like, that's the, if it's unclear as to why that is even happening, then I feel like people would just go insane.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would say that they are still alive.
Okay. If it just affected your
know.
brain, like,
Like maybe not like scientifically, I guess they're dead, right? Because their cells are no longer. I don't know. I don't even.
Well,
I mean, there's no science behind zombies because it's not a fucking real thing. But
right. But what I mean is, like, I guess it depends on what kind of zombie we're talking about. Like, if
That's
it's
true.
straight up a dead person coming back to life, then
Right.
that's traditional zombie. But if it's like 28 days later, where it's like a
like
virus,
super rabies,
yeah, something that just you're not a human, but you didn't die to become this
Right.
like thing.
then it's just these are bad humans.
Right.
Or like what's it called? Like Serenity or Firefly with the Reavers.
I don't know what that is.
Oh God. You ever watched Firefly?
No.
Okay, well, in Firefly, oh god, well in Serenity they kind of get to it. Like Firefly got canceled, right? So then they made the movie Serenity, and they kind of got into like what the Reavers were. Essentially, the Reavers are these scary fucking, like, brutal alien race that just like, they're like pirates too. They like fly ships around and like attack other ships in space. They're like there's this horrible, seemingly like irrationally evil race, but like they essentially like rip your flesh off of you while you're alive and like rape you and then eat you and shit like that, like the most horrible things. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Yeah, there's like a quote in it. It's like they'll like rape you, kill you, or rape you, skin you, and eat you, and
Wait, but they're aliens?
hopefully they kill you before they do it or something like that. There's like some quote about that. Yeah, well, no, okay, so that's what it is in Firefly, but in Serenity they get into it, and it's like, essentially they wanted, there's like this civilization of like humans, a society of humans that wanted to create like absolute peace and harmony. They wanted to make everybody happy, so they came out with this happy pill, this like drug. And essentially what it did was it made everybody completely so content to the point that they stopped doing anything and they all just kind of died where they were. They just kind of stopped eating, stopped moving. They were just like, and then like a 10% of the population had the adverse effect where they just became the most primal, evil, disgusting creatures. And they all just kind of became these things called like Reavers, and everyone thinks that they're just monsters, but they're actually just humans that were affected by this drug.
Okay.
It took a long time to explain that, but but yeah, same idea as 28 Days Later, where it's like a monster, but is it a monster because it's still human?
Right. Okay.
I forget what the point of this was.
Zombies in general.
Yeah. But we got Japanese Johnny Bravo now, so.
Yeah, he is a hardcore hooligan who is apparently has some kind of an identity crisis.
The way he just like looks at you. But you should watch Firefly if you ever feel like watching space cowboy stuff.
It's like what people refer to like Expanse and like Firefly are like the new sci-fi hotness. Like,
yeah.
Except I know Firefly got canceled or whatever. So
yeah, Firefly's pretty old now too, but it's yeah, it's super good. Serenity's really dope too. The movie they came out with afterwards. I'm glad they did it. Wrapped up the story. And it was Joss Whedon.
Yeah, that's the name.
Yeah, he makes some good stuff. I like his stuff. This fucking guy.
So apparently it's a punk rock situation.
Okay.
Hey, bud. Okay.
A lot of really quirky storylines going on in this.
Yeah. That's what the series is known for.
Oi.
I mean, I guess it's like JoJo.
Kind of, yeah. I nearly peed my, what are you doing chuffing around behind me, you ugly knob? Oops.
Oh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kyo, Crazy Kyo, vocalist for the band.
Pencil mustache, man. Dude, are you able to grow like a thick mustache?
I have a pretty thick mustache right now.
Mine's so thin, man. Like I can't get it like
I
in
don't
the
just-
middle towards my nose. It's just like way weaker than on the outside. So it's like it's just gonna turn into like a Fu Manchu, man.
Nani?
I mean, the thought is that the more you shave, the thicker it comes back, but I'm not entirely sure if that's true.
I don't think that's true.
It's
either,
just
man.
genetics. Whole style is called Yankee. Teach me how to become a hooligan. Okay. Okay.
Dude, this hair, holy shit. How do you make your hair do that? Is there something in his hair?
Maybe. Like a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Alright. So dude's a big pansy, and I need to
Yeah.
tell him how to be cool, but I'll do that later. Because I really want to know how to progress. Like,
I'm not cool enough.
I'll be back. Let's save the game.